Tonight, we're getting results in the search for the rightful owners of a 100-year-old Bible. We first brought you the story of the lost Bible in January. Caitlin Ducote found the Bible in North Carolina. The Bible had the owners' names, William and Carrie Dunn.
At least over 15 names.
A list of family births they wrote in it.
Your children, William, Charles, and Carolyn.
A couple of keepsakes.
Oh, Lord.
Some rose petals, a picture, and a 1937 California chauffeur's license issued to one of the Dunn sons. All right, now that you've been reminded of the story, we took action and asked you to help us get results to find this Bible's family. So many of you sent in great suggestions and potential leads, but it was actually this email from Wanda Capps that put so many of the pieces together.
Went up here to search.
Wanda Capps loves genealogy.
She got me into it in 1999. My daughter did.
Together, they found many branches on their family tree.
Some of them back into the 1700s. It's so much fun. I encourage anyone to get into it. It's so much. It's like finding a puzzle piece and putting that another puzzle piece in.
And that's what you did for us, because this was certainly a puzzle.
Well, as soon as the news program was over, I went straight to the computer and stayed up to 1 o'clock looking for it.
Wanda started on Ancestry.com and searched Carrie Dunn.
This one in particular here, there were some things about it, and it was the Downingtown, Pennsylvania, which was correct. The William, there was a son William. So I went to the 1940 census. Well, there was William and Carolyn, and there were twins. And so then I went to the 1930 census and looked on that. Well, there was the John E., which you had found I believe a driver's license for John E. And I thought, well, that fits also.
Hours of family tree searches, cross-referencing 1930 census, the 1940 census, looking for any connection. And that's when she found the piece. William Dunn and Carrie, just like in the Bible. She even found a picture of Carrie. Wanda started looking for their children. She searched obituaries and found a son.
George F. Dunn, and I scrolled on down. There was Pennsylvania, and so I went to that Pennsylvania, and I had it down here somewhere. It had marriage certificates. Then I found his obituary.
Son of the late William and Carrie Dunn, survived by his sons.
Well, he didn't die until 2009, so there was a good chance that these children would still be living somewhere. And so here was the Allen Dunn name. I went to the White Pages, and in the White Pages, they had an Allen E. Dunn, Downingtown, Pennsylvania. So it gives his phone number. And my husband said, well, maybe you just go call them. And I said, no, I'll let them do that and make sure that's what they want to do. Certainly appreciate Ms. Capps' candor and her help, and you should have been a fly on the wall when I finally got in touch with Miss Jean Dunn in Pennsylvania, told her what we found. She offered to pay for the postage, and I told her something as priceless as a century-old Bible, we will hand deliver it, and we're going to do that throughout the evening. We'll show you how that story progresses.
There are things in life that are just priceless. Time with family, memories, and family heirlooms.
Tonight, we're taking action to get a family Bible home. WHNT News 19's Lee Marshall has been following this story since January, and Lee, a lot of people worked to make this homecoming happen.
Yeah, Jerry and Clarissa, 3 states, 3 television stations, 2 families, and 1 Bible. And tonight we're starting to understand the mystery of how a century-old Bible, originally from Pennsylvania, ended up in North Carolina. Now, in January, we shared the story of that century-old Bible thanks to our affiliate, WGHP, and they shared the story of the lady that found the Bible. Well, when Wanda Capps, one of our viewers here in Huntsville, saw the story, she went to work because she loves genealogy, and her research led us to Downingtown, Pennsylvania. And thanks to the help of our affiliate WNEP, we were able to find the Dunn family and get the Bible home.
So we'll take it inside and get a look at what we got.
It's a delivery,
but we spent a lot of years looking for it.
60 years in the waiting.
And I know my husband had always said, oh, I wish we could find that. I wish we could find that.
The Dunn family Bible is home.
Oh, this is amazing. No one knew where it went to. Nobody had it. Nobody knew what happened to it. And Little thought she'd given to one of the daughters, and they said no, that she didn't. so nobody knew where it was.
She is Jean's late mother-in-law, Carolyn Dunn, seen here on the right at Jean and George's wedding more than 60 years ago. Jean believes the Bible was a wedding present from her late father-in-law, George Dunn, to Carolyn, or Carrie as he called her. The Bible gives a glimpse of their lives. It lists their children. Another page, another surprise. A letter from Caitlin in North Carolina, who worked so hard to get the Bible home.
I have saved this Bible for almost 3 years, hoping and knowing one day I would find the owners. I can't tell you how excited I am this day has finally come.
For Jean Dunn, the last of the generation, a priceless homecoming.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I know if my husband were here, he'd do the same thing.
Then I went back to the website that I had found.
And strangers like Wanda Capps, who spent hours researching to find the Bible's family.
I just have a great time doing it. But you know, Lee, God knew where that Bible was, and He knew who the people it belonged to.
Their children, William, Charles, and Carolyn.
And He used a little girl in North Carolina, He used your TV station, and He used someone who loved genealogy to find it. But He already knew.
Never heard of anybody doing anything so wonderful. For strangers, really.
I was able to talk to Miss Jean Dunn on the phone once Miss Capps helped us put all the pieces together. Just so sweet. And ironically, the day that the Bible was delivered to Mrs. Dunn, it was the 5th anniversary of her late husband George's death. Bittersweet homecoming, but she certainly was so appreciative, as we are, of everyone who played a part to get that Bible home.
Awesome story.
Isn't that great?
It is great. Thanks, Lee.
Good news.